everybody. Welcome to Jets post-game overtime exclusive live stream on SNY.TV. Guys, and at our full report cards from the game and much more analysis. Jets win 17-14 over the Browns, go 3-2 on the season. Ray Lucas, Jonas Schwartz, Mike Westhoff, Willie Colon. Let's start with the offense. Ray, what grade are you giving them?
I give them a flat D.
Oh,
I was going to F them, but
this is why I started laughing.
I have to say the bad routes, 34 yards rushing, the penalties, it was bad, but that drive saved the F. That one drive that Josh McCown went 6 for 6, 81 yards. They went right down the field they were at their own 3-yard line to start. It was an F until that drive came. D from me.
Mike?
C-. 4 for 12 on third down. I didn't like 34 yards. I agree with Ray. The first half, I thought they really played poorly. I was very disappointed, but I did see some pulling it together in that second half, some good route running for a change, and Josh McCown has continued to hang in there and be productive. So I think he's done a very solid job.
Willie?
Yeah, I gave him a C. We talking about Austin Seferian-Jenkins, but we forget Jeremy Curley. He was 4 for 39.9.8 a pop, so he had a great quiet game. And like to the rest of the guys said, Josh has been playing really well. He found the way to get the W for the offense and for this team as a whole. So I gave him a C.
All right, let's switch over to the defense. And Willie, what grade are you giving the defense?
I gave the defense a B. I felt like, they struggled earlier, but they found the way to win and they found to get it done. I think what I was most impressed with, they had a lot of good tackles. They're starting to tackle a lot better. They're starting to get to the ball and find the ball. And overall, I'm happy with it.
B?
I said, yeah, I gave him a B.
Mike, what are you giving him?
I give him a D+. D+. I'll tell you why. 419 yards with that 140 yards rushing, 279 passing to basically the lowest rated quarterbacks in the National Football League. I was very disappointed. Now, I agree with Willie in the fact that they did make some turnovers at big times in the game, but I'm going to give more of that credit to Cleveland for their inefficiency than I am to the Jets. I was disappointed in his
You guys still got to get the ball.
D+, Willie.
Morris Claiborne had 8 tackles. He had a big game today.
D+, Willie.
Ray, that's what grade you
D+, absolutely. 4.2 yards per rush. Are you kidding me?
Ray, Morris Claiborne, he had 8 overall tackles.
Really?
They had 2 turnovers.
They
got after the football.
In the red zone. They threw a pick inside the red zone.
We talked about for the first 2 weeks, what did the Jets weren't doing well? They weren't tackling. They had some big stops today.
I didn't say
it wasn't pretty.
I'm not
but they got
disagreeing
it
with
done.
you, but they did not
you
play
gotta give credit where credit's due, Ray. You can't
I give them credit because they got the win. Well, I'm not giving credit. The defense was cockapoo in the first
Mario
half.
Davis didn't have a good game.
In the second half,
didn't have a good game.
No, I don't think. No, I'm not like that. They went up and down the field in the first half.
But we're talking about the game as a whole, not the first half.
I said I gave them credit for the second half.
Well, it was an F for me in the first half, then they came back in the second half.
You can't grade it half by half. You got to put the game as a whole. As a whole, they got it done. They tackled a lot better. DeMario had a way better game. Darren Lee played better.
I'm not arguing. I gave him an F in the first half, gave him a C. What does that average out to? D+, Willie. D+.
Let's move on to special teams.
And maybe we are.
Let's go with Mike Westhoff, get his grade. Mike, what'd you give?
Okay, I give him a B. Edwards was 51-yard gross and a 43-yard net. He had that. And Catazero with the 57-yard field goal. I liked the way that they played it. I thought with that situation before half, they gave him a chance.
Right. You thought he could make it from there.
I thought no, but I like the way they did it, Anita. So I think special teams played a solid. They didn't give up anything. They didn't really do anything. The other team, I thought it was a very, very solid performance and gave them a B.
Willie.
I'm with Coach. I gave him a B. I figured, Ronte Miles, even though he had that penalty at the end, I thought him coming back from being injured, he had a solid game. But overall, from a cover standpoint, they're playing well. Jeremy Curley, he's been the safety net for the special teams. He's playing really well. So I like special teams for the New York Jets right now.
Right?
C+.
C+?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm with those guys.
Thank you for the little sprinkles on that cupcake.
Hey, listen, get what you can get, Willie, when you can get it, baby.
Jesus.
C+.
Right.
I would have failed your class.
Let's go on.
A lot of people would have, Willie.
Let's move on to coaching. Mike, what grade you giving the coaching?
Okay, I've got this in a number of categories, so I'm going to have to look at some things. I gave them a D+, and I'll tell you why. Because I broke it down to some areas.
It's harsh.
I like right at the beginning.
Harsh today.
Well, a little bit, but here's some reasons. At the beginning, I liked Todd's challenge. Thought he made a very good challenge. I also loved the way he played right before the half. The way they came out and took a chance to get a drive going, which ended up in a 57-yard field goal. But at the same time, the New York Jets punted 6 times. Cleveland punted twice. The offense was very poor against the first down. They're playing a heavy front. They don't challenge them deep. So I think the coaching there has to take a little bit of a bump. The defensive line not only does not getting to the quarterback, they're not even pressuring. Leonard Williams has become a little bit of a ghost. I'm not seeing him. I'm going to put that blame on some defensive coaches. So I saw some things I liked. They didn't give up, but yet if you lump it all together, I don't think it was much better than the grade of a D.
Right?
D+, me too, Mike. I'm right there with you because, number one, I thought the offensive play calling was not where it needed to be at all. There were no check with me's. You're putting Josh McCown in a situation where he can't succeed. You can't ask them big fatties up there on the front to block 8 guys on first down every single time. And what did that do to the offense? It set them back. 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. You want to know why they only converted 4 times out of 12 times? Because it was 3rd and 15, 3rd. Other part of it, the penalties that these guys were committing, I put that on the coaching staff as well.
How?
No focus. No focus when they came out. No focus.
Ray, I'm sorry.
D+, Willie. What you got?
So we heard from Ray. Willie, what
What you
grade did
got?
give the coaching
A,
staff?
Willie?
I give him an A. I'm going to tell you why. like Coach talked about.
Gosh,
The
no
great
way.
challenge. They had a great challenge.
It was a good
It was
challenge.
a really good challenge.
It
But
was.
we're not talking about coming out of halftime after having a poor first half. They adjusted. They had some great play calling. You hear Jermaine Kearse had on his touchdown, it was a great schematic play that was perfect timing, big to them. Overall, you talk about this team's first road win after getting their butts kicked in Buffalo and Oakland. That's a lot for Todd Bowles to get this team, have a back-to-back wins, and have the morale to come in Cleveland and pull it off down the stretch. So credit this coaching staff.
I want to take Willie's class there.
You ain't going to pass that one.
I mean, I'm getting A++ in that class.
That's my first A.
They probably give extra credit
big
to
line.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
But think about McCagnon. What has he done? We got to credit McCagnon to this too. He brought in Kearse, he brought in J.K., and he signed Austin Safarian Jenkins.
I'm not disagreeing
Jets
with
have
you.
a sneaky wide receiving core in the National Football League. So you talk about from an organization standpoint, they're doing well, man. Give them credit.
Let's end off the live stream with this question. Let me end off the live stream with this question, all right?
Go ahead.
Can a team, how much can a team grow from getting a win where they really gut out a game where they don't play all that well? Can a team grow from an experience like this?
Absolutely. This is the kind of game as a coach, because you did win.
Yes.
You won.
And that's all that matters at the end of the day, Coach.
Well, there's a good point there. But when you get in that film session tomorrow,
Yes.
because they got to get ready to play
you
New
can come
England.
at 'em.
You play New England like this, forget it. They're gonna wax them.
But these guys know that.
Well, I know that, but those guys can sit in there tomorrow and really take this apart, mistakes from a lot of things. And I think if you're a coach and you look at that, they got 100 guys in a box and you're running a football, you've got to take a little bit of that responsibility.
Willie?
I understand what Coach is saying. I think the most disappointing thing about today's game was that they played down to the level of the Cleveland Browns. Now, next week, they're going to go against New England. They're going to be flying around. They're going to be fired up because it is the Patriots. That's as a coach, from a coaching staff and the rest of that team, they're going to say, hey, it doesn't matter who we play. We have to go to work, and we have to play to the standard that we set for ourselves. So that's what you want to see the Jets do. But right now, I'm happy with the New York Jets, man. I am.
Ray, can they grow from this? Is this the kind of game you grow from?
You always grow from a win because there's things that can be corrected to help you out that may not make it so close. Or, that first half when there was so much of a disconnect between the Jets we saw from a week ago to the Jets we saw today in the first half. And I'm talking about both sides of the football. Special teams-wise, they're where they need to be. But offensively and defensively, our big stars are not showing up. Are not showing up. And just imagine how much better this offense or this defense could be when Momo. And granted, I get it. Mo's hurt, all right? Big Cat might be playing the wrong position. Darren Lee might be. But listen, our big players, they got to make big plays. And they haven't done that yet. They're going to have to against New England if they want that W. I'll tell you that.
Can I tell you what was apparent? We're ending this on agreement. And when this crew agrees, we get out of Dodge quickly.
No shower? We're out of shower. We're out of here.
Mike Westhoff, Willie Colon, I'm Jonas Schwartz. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream of Jets postgame overtime. Bookmark SNY.TV and JetsBlog.com for more coverage and analysis of today's game. We'll see you next time.